I always sit down and look for a video idea to make that I think is fun. No matter how old the game is, just looking back at something and giving my honest thoughts of it being out over the past years. Today, we take a look back at Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Yes, this is the only Call of Duty that didn't have a campaign, and yes, if you didn't already know that, well, now you know. Back when Black Ops 4 got a reveal for the community to see, everyone was surprised what could Activision possibly sacrifice with no campaign. Well, here's your answer.
This is Blackout!
Yes, a Call of Duty Battle Royale before it became Warzone. David Von der Haar was actually wanted to name Blackout Warzone, and now we know why. After PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds or Fortnite or even Apex Legends, after one popular genre, there's going to be different versions of that same idea. Battle Royale slowly became to be a new thing, like Call of Duty was always a first-person action respawn shooter and loved by many. After seeing the success of Fortnite, that's when gaming took a shift in gears and realized, oh my god, Battle Royale is the next big thing. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 took all of the fan favorite maps like Nuketown and Raid from Black Ops 2, smashed them together into a giant map, and was something new that Call of Duty never tried. But what did Call of Duty do exactly to make Call of Duty Battle Royale feel more different from others? Well, let's take a look. Blackout was similar to other Battle Royales, the Call of Duty aspect of first-person shooter with vehicles, boats, helicopters, and the best of all, the zippy of zippy. Sorry, I had to think of something funny, but always Blackout was a Battle Royale, but Call of Duty's first take on it. I didn't play it much, but back in the Blackout beta, I won my first game, and it felt great and something new. There was also zombies, zombie bosses, Easter eggs, and game events, and so much more. My favorite spot to land was Nuketown, like classic Black Ops 2 map that's in every Black Ops game, literally. Let's take Revelations from Black Ops 3, let's take all the classic maps from previous Call of Duty titles, tape them together, then make that a Call of Duty Battle Royale. There is some pros and cons to even play Blackout. You had to pay like $60 and to use a couple of pennies just to piss off the person of the cash register. And it wasn't even free to play like the other Battle Royales. And before we know it, that's when Fortnite came out and they saw how good it done it being free to play. And other companies copied that and made it their own Battle Royale. Honestly, I like Battle Royale, but there is just too many cooks in the kitchen when it comes to this kind of genre. And you need to get the right developers and make the right moves. It's like Blackout had a baby with Alcatraz Island and made it Warzone. Just funny thought, but anyways, but back to Black Ops 4. The Black Ops 4 Blackout Alcatraz map is a unique addition to the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 game. It's a close quarter Battle Royale map set on Alcatraz Island known for its high intensity and fast-paced matches. The map is much smaller than the standard Blackout maps, encouraging more frequent encounters and combat. Unlike the traditional dropship entry, players start from a portal and random points above the island. Playing on the normal Battle Royale map can get really annoying because you're just, constantly looking for a gunfight, but in Alcatraz and like Rebirth from Warzone, like the small map Mayhem, this causes more frequent gunfights other than just waiting such a long time just to find another person. This is like close quarter, constant combat, and there's just always going to be like constant fights either way where you go. But as of 2024, it's going to be quite hard to find a lobby, and you probably won't find any lobbies, so it's kind of hard to make this review on this game when you can't really play Black Ops 4. The only thing I found easy to make content on was fighting zombies was easy. Of course, I could play solo. Multiplayer, I actually found some lobbies, was like 1 a.m. surprisingly. And then Blackout, couldn't find none. So Black Ops 4 multiplayer, I have a weird relationship with Black Ops 4's multiplayer. They basically took Black Ops 3, took what they knew and what they have and what they did, and they basically took that recipe or aspect, they put it inside of Black Ops 4, basically copy and pasted the specialist, and the kill streaks and weapons were a lot different. And then the gameplay felt, how can I really word this the right way for it to make sense? It felt like the gameplay was more stiff. Like, it's hard to explain. When you play Black Ops 4, everything doesn't feel like smooth. It's just stiff and you feel like you're clunky, and it's hard to explain. If you go play this game or go play like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2 or even Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 of this year of 2024, you realize how loose the gameplay is. But go to Black Ops 4, it's very stiff. And it's like, that sounds so weird saying that, but that's the only thing I can actually describe how it feels inside of Black Ops 4. And that's literally how it feels. It's stiff, and trying to slide cancel, it doesn't look right. It's like getting a soft biscuit, then you leave it out for like overnight knight, and then it gets, take a hammer to it, and it's all hard. That's how Black Ops 4 movement feels. Overall, playing this game in 2024, it's a pretty solid game without no campaign, but if you're buying it to play Battle Royale or test it out, man, you're probably not going to find any lobbies whatsoever. Multiplayer, I had no problem. Zombies, you can play that solo, and there is like specialist missions inside of the game. It's like a story missions for each specialist, which has like a story to it, but it's like it's not, I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they were making that mode. These specialist missions they did with Black Ops 4, it just made no sense, and I wasn't really feeling it, didn't like it, and it just not my kind of thing. It felt like a rip-off version of when Modern Warfare 2 did a survival mode, but MW3 did it better. But like I said, we're here playing on Nuketown, which if you play to any Black Ops series of Call of Duty, there's only a Nuketown for every title of the Black Ops series. Like, if you think I was joking, I wasn't joking. Call of Duty Black Ops 4's multiplayer offers a pretty weird experience that emphasizes tactical team play and rewards various playstyles contributing to the team's success. The game features gritty, grounded, and fluid combat with significant focus on strategic and engagements and teamwork. And oh boy, was the Black Ops 4 microtransactions really bad. You thought the Modern Warfare 3 store was pretty bad? Wait till you see Black Ops 4, its release. Black Ops 4 supply drops got better over the years. They pretty much locked DLC weapons behind paid supply drops, or you can earn those supply drops through daily challenges or weekly challenges, or just by basically playing the game and earning the supply drops with playtime. And with these supply drops, these contain items like, cosmetic, weapons, stickers, blueprints, skins, weapon skins, charms, whatever, emotes, whatever. But as of today, over time, they added where you can actually use your reserves. Those are the supply drops that you earn just by playing the game, and you can use those reserves towards item shop bundles in the store. So you can basically grind out the game, earn those reserves, and basically use those to buy, skin bundles and weapon skins and just stuff that you couldn't really earn by playing the game. Now you can. I wish they would implement this into Modern Warfare 3, and that would just be such a good system to have. But they need to make money because it's Call of Duty. So yeah. In Black Ops 4 multiplayer, you have a various of characters to pick from, or specialists. Each specialist has its own unique weapon, like a flamethrower or a one-shot pistol or a shield you can hide behind. If enemies get close to it, they get stunned, or using a recon to see through walls. Like, it's pretty insane. In Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the specialist HQ features tutorial missions that introduces players to each specialist's backstory and abilities. There are 10 playable tutorial missions, and for each specialist, after completing the initial tutorial, players can engage a skirmish against bots on a multiplayer map. These skirmishes can be replayed on different difficulties to earn extra intel, and each specialist has unique abilities and equipment that cater to different playstyles. For example, Ajax is known as for his defense capabilities with a ballistic shield, while Batteries excels in explosive destruction. So basically, the specialist missions are best known for is playing a character before going into a multiplayer match against real players. Basically, you can each specialist character has its own mission and a tutorial how to play them specifically. So if you don't know how to play a character and you don't want to figure out or go into a prep match, wait for the abilities to recharge or whatever, etc., you can actually go into these specialist missions and it tells you how to play that character, how to use their abilities, and so the next time you play a real match, you know how the character works. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 features an extensive zombies mode, which has been a staple of the Black Ops series. In Black Ops 4, the zombies mode offers a variety of maps with each its own unique storyline, characters, and gameplay and mechanics. But Black Ops 4 isn't just your traditional round-based zombies, which they took a recent perk out of the game, and it was the most common used one. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea to remove that perk. I'll show up on screen here what perk it is, but I'm just going to say it right now, Juggernog. And here is Jason Blundell explaining why he removed this perk and add some different perks in. And let's get a word from Jason Blundell. So Jason Blundell, why did you change the perk system inside of Black Ops 4 Zombies?
I love the creative freedom that you guys have started to take. Well, not started to take, but continue to use. What the hell?
Oh my god.
Continue to do.
Is that a tongue?
The zombies. It's just like, what started as something so simple. I'm super glad that it's grown to this.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank God you told me about this. Otherwise, I was doomed.
Yeah, that's and here's the thing. That is in the same way that people would think about Jug or certain perks in the past, the special weapon completely changes the way you should be thinking about moving, timing, and dealing with certain engagements. You know, for everything that we've introduced now, we've changed, we've actually made a balancing factor. So part for the community is going to be working out, okay, when this happens, I need to have something like this ready.
Right.
You know, and that's part of the decisions of, oh no, I used it here, and then this thing, oh no.
Well, while you mentioned Jug, there is an absence of Jug in this game.
Yes.
What was the decision-making process like that to cut some of those beloved perks?
Yeah. Well,
Was it a tough decision to make, or?
No, because the way we look at stuff, and it may break people's hearts, but completely emotionally. In other words, you know, I said when we wrote it all down and looked at it, you know, one of the big decisions was we want it to have meaningful choices about what you're doing, what you're picking, from the starting weapon, your special equipment, your special weapon, and when we got to perks, we had this problem. And the problem is that everyone gets the same things, and so when we switched it on with all the normal perks first time. And we just took a survey. You had like a little survey monkey, right? We could look at it.
Yeah.
And everyone had the same perks. And we kept on adding more and more perks in the early days.
Well, that's how pretty much the only time I ever diverged from the core four is when I maybe got like an On the House or a or like Perkaholic.
Sure. So that's what we said. We said, okay, let's take it out. And as soon as we took out certain perks, suddenly when I looked at the survey, everything started changing. And I was like, this is what we want. And then people then started to have their own strategies. And then they had different strategies on their own than when they were with friends and with certain friends based on how they play. And we were like, that's what we're after. And then we took that same mentality over to the new Elixir system, which was, okay, we added in a bunch of OP stuff. We did that because we were trying to cater to...
You're saying back in Black Ops 3, right?
Back in Black Ops 3. So, in Black Ops 3, we put a bunch of OP stuff in there very deliberately. To try and reduce the barrier to entry for certain segments of the community. But this time, once we could actually go and touch everything, and you have to ripple those designs down, you then get to elixirs and you're like, okay, we don't need that. That's okay, and it makes total sense. Yeah. When you've got a system that's running as something as big as zombies, you can't just normally, as you're going in a DLC season, just go, okay, we'll just change that, because you do it, it has effects.
I feel like a total noob right now, Jason, but how do I change my map? Because I can't, do I gotta go back?
Yeah, you gotta come up. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, for those at home who maybe don't know and are fretting, they're like, oh no Jug, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What is your answer to them?
There is a whole bunch of other perks. You've also got... here's the thing. There's multiple dimensions for you to change it so that to fit your playing style. So if you were to say... I would ask the question of the person, say, why do you want Jug? And they say, well, because I like to get to high rounds. And I go, okay, well, there's multiple ways you could change the game to allow you to get high rounds. You can, if you change nothing and said, I want to do normal difficulty, I don't want to do custom mutations, I just want to play the normal game. I'd say, okay, well, how do you play? I usually sit at the top of the catwalk and kill things. Right, okay, well then let's talk about this perk. Let's put this perk in your slot, let's put that perk in, and that's going to be good for you, and that's going to generate the same kind of effect.
And they could tailor their loadouts to what? So essentially, by removing Juggernog and removing some of those beloved perks, you've given more freedom to the player.
Yes, and I think we're also... I think we've got more, zombie communities at best when it's having conversations and it's talking and it's disagreeing and it's arguing, right? All the stuff that sometimes could be seen as a negative, I see as a positive, right? Which is that people are interacting and arguing about stuff. I think we're putting more stuff for you to argue about, more stuff for you to discuss. And I don't think there's one right answer. I think there's a bunch of optimal answers for certain styles. And I'm sure certain things will bubble up. And then you make decisions about nerfing or kind of, changing. And by no means would I say this game is that, there we go, it's perfect. It's mwah, and we don't touch it ever again. When you've got millions of people playing it, when you put it out live, it doesn't matter how much testing I do. It's only once we're live that we can watch that, listen. But the thing I would say is so much stuff has changed that I'm not going to be listening for a little bit.
Ooh.
I'm going to let everyone settle down, get to know it. And we'll have our guys watching like we normally do.
So of course, like if there's a major day one issue, people.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh no, there's outside this door. There's a whole bunch of people probably watching this stream and watching all the other streams just to see the kind of issues. And we have our lists anyway. But in terms of changing something significantly based on reaction, we'll wait a little bit, see how it settles down.
So this way you're not listening to the immediate like rage, because sometimes on the internet people can be so volatile, especially immediately.
Well, it's like, when the conversation came out about Jug, if I was in a reactionary state, I'd be like, let's quickly put it back in.
Like if you probably went out like on the stage of E3 and said no Jug, you'd get booed off.
Just
the
drop
stage.
it and just walk off,
no Jug, walk off the stage.
Yeah. Have a little Jug fridge and just blow it up on the stage.
Like the classic like PlayStation 399. You'd get the opposite reaction.
Jason Blundell cut out a Juggernog perk from Black Ops 4 Zombies because he wanted players to choose different perks while just playing zombies instead of picking the generic 4 perks that we always use. Black Ops 4 Zombies health was at 200 and that doesn't help at all. It's like taking what you love about zombies and cutting it from the game. It just makes no sense there. And no, Jason Blundell probably wasn't the only decision on that matter, but looking back at it today, it was probably a horrible decision of cutting out Juggernog, and you should just leave the classic zombies that people know and love and just keep it in the mode. But I understand why Jason Blundell made the decision. So basically it tells you, like, once you go into Black Ops 4, it pretty much, you need to strategize what perks you want to pick, what you want to go in and what you want to leave with. And instead of just having Juggernog all the time, I understand where he's coming from, but it's like eating a bag of chips every day, but it's like, you know what? I gotta remove these bag of chips from my life, then pick a different one. So it's kind of what he's saying here. He wants players to be able to pick the perks they want to choose, go in and have their own style of gameplay and have a unique build to them and just have a strategy going on while they play. All right. I thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I worked hard on this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification to never miss a video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace, guys.